And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun. Set.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 13-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins away. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Breeze now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Demario Davis there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Four down. Hatch it. Hey. 20.
On second down, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Gun. Hey.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Rolling to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double tight. You got three down. Ready. You waiting?
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby. Here we go. Double tight. Everyone's got four down. Ready. We're lining. Safety green.
Breeze now. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On the ground, Kamara. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They run it again with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze going to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness.
Breeze now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
5-1.
3 down.
Got it.
Tight dog. Motion.
Got it.
Motion.
Got it.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, left. 28 left.
Over.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And pull with it over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Mike, 53. Waiting, what's that?
From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
We got 4. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now Breeze. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Hey.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. Gun. Set. 180. Hey. You got motion man. You got motion man right here.
Newton on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Buying time to his left. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown, Carolina! Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get set, get set. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 30 set.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Yellow lady. Check. 53 Mike. 13.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go. Ready. Yellow waiting. Shit. 53's the mic. 53.
Again, it's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey. Ready. You waiting?
Breeze now to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
12. 13. Here I come.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. We're waiting. Under. We're shot.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Hey.
They pitch out to Smallwood. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
No gain on the play.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Gun.
Four down. Check.
Hey.
To throw on second down is Newton. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
20. That's it. 780.
Now Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
20. Hey. Gun.
They snap it to Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ready. We're waiting.
21.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
11. Ready. Yellow lady. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Blue down. 11. Check. Kill. 21. Rush in. 11.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. This week, now the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on
Asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Newton's going to throw it. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.